Well, great spontaneous worship song from Akese Brimpong, and you can get more of Akese Brimpong songs on YouTube. Talking about YouTube, we have a channel there, a regular one. You can always watch us there because we're streaming live there now. My Online TV as always. Mama Bioso Bwaje is there. Sweet Lady in Blue from over the weekend. You can't see her shoe, but beautiful shoe it is. Sorry, you can see the shoe.
Oh, you had to go there, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, I love your shoes, but this one is great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
This one looks like, you know.
Auntie B made my dress. You know Auntie B?
Yeah,
She's at Westlands.
Yeah,
she makes my clothes,
yeah.
and she did this one.
I love this.
3 days, everything that I wear will come from...
for the next 3 days.
From Smart Tailoring. Yeah, for the next 3. That's what I have for 3 days. So we'll see if we can go beyond the 3 days.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Sometimes it's cost.
But we hope your weekend, was
How was
good.
your weekend, I should ask you?
Restful, but I still feel... I think last week was very heavy. Was really, really heavy on me.
Yeah.
So,
You do so, and then you get plenty cold and things. I know my exercise stress.
Exactly.
Oh,
when the cold
sorry for you.
But hopefully, when we get to we will be paid this week, right?
We should
God willing. Because check the dates. I'm thinking that we should be paid this week. Hopefully, when the money hits the account, I will feel a lot better.
28. Oh, because by 27 with you.
Yeah, this week ends in what? Because next Monday.
This week, the month is ending on Monday.
Yeah, so it has to be this week. We'll see what happens.
But don't you have to pay school fees?
No.
Oh, okay.
We started school 2 weeks ago, Roland. I know a lot of kids are on vacation, but we started ours 2 weeks ago.
By your own school fees.
So
we have to be putting the money down.
My own.
So that's what. So I'm only reminding you that be saving towards it.
I've got a very special message. Let me just thank you for the reminder. Let me just read it before we go to the newspaper. Starts with some inspiration, and I think that we all need it. So let me start from the top. It says, today is a symbol of hope, renewal of thoughts, and restoration of a new life. Be positive in your thoughts as you celebrate your birthday today. In life, many things don't always go according to your plan. That is natural. If you fall, get back up. If you stumble, regain your balance. Never give up. Happy birthday to you, Elizabeth Ahensa of Botiano, Aigbe Town. So Elizabeth Ahensa of Botiano, Aigbe Town, happy birthday to you. I know you know where it's coming from, but Frank asked me to deliver this message to you today. Enjoy your birthday. Okay, Roland.
Well, that's a good thing. Have you staked banker to banker before?
No.
All right. Do you know what's called PEMing? To PEM numbers?
No, I've heard it. I've seen it on the boards, but I don't know. I have no idea what it means. Why?
So, for example, let's take the president's the list at the presidency 998.
Oh, okay.
So the PEMing.
Is that where we've got into?
Yeah. It's on the pages. You don't know. You've not been monitoring.
So the PEMing means what?
So it's a 998. If you want to PEM, you can PEM single 9.
Okay.
Single 9. Then you put dash there. Then 98. Or they can PEM 99 single 8.
Okay.
Or they can PEM 9998. Or they can PEM 8999.
What? So they become lotto numbers now?
Lotto. So you do it when they do the draw. No, you go win something.
Oh, so you did it?
Oh, I used to do it.
Sharp.
No, I used to do it back in the day, but it's a bad habit, so I stopped.
So are people using the numbers now? The list that has gone to Parliament?
You know, people use people's car numbers, date of birth.
Yes.
Sometimes they dream about the numbers.
Yes.
And you know, even Obinim has been giving numbers, people have been winning to the tune of 60,000.
You just have to believe, and it appears in your.
I believed in this number, so Saturday I staked it. It didn't come though, but.
I hear sometimes you have to consistently do it. It takes a while.
But I'll be trying the 998 till I win. I'm telling you.
Let's do the Daily Graphic newspaper. There are no lotto numbers on the front page of the Daily Graphic. Front page of the paper, though, government settles 1 billion Ghana cedis NHIS debt, President says at Africa Summit. So President Akufo-Addo on the front page, you see him exchanging pleasantries with some of the people who attended this summit. Engage academically qualified executives. Couple lose 3 children to insecticide poisoning. Cocoa board to revamp cocoa industry. And then 10,000 Ghana cedis GS staff in trouble. They are to justify their dates of birth. Professor Kwesi Opoku Amankwa, Director General of the Ghana Education Service. There's a picture of him that comes with the headline. That story is on page 3. A place to start. It says 10,000 staff of the Ghana Education Service have been asked to provide documents to correct discrepancies in their date of birth or be prepared to proceed on retirement after April 30. Apart from the 10,000 staff who will go on retirement if they fail to do so by the deadline, 50,630 others, constituting 20% of the entire workforce of the GES, will be affected by the new directive later. So the directive has become necessary because the GES has detected discrepancies in the personal records of the affected staff available to the service, and those who or those they have provided for the Social Security and National Insurance staff. The affected staff who should have gone on pension either by the end of 2017 or should be going on retirement by the end of 2018 were initially given up to March 2018 to submit the document, but the deadline has been extended to April 30, 2018 to give them more time to do so. There are so many things. Some of us don't work in the public sector, so we may not understand what goes on there, but we've heard so many stories about some people changing their dates of birth so that they don't retire early, things like that. But you know, the tricky thing is whatever date of birth you use must correspond with what SNIT also has, and it's not so easy to change your date of birth at SNITs. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. But of course, there are people who may be genuinely affected by this. We hope that they will be able to sort things out. Let's go to page 16, I think. Page 16. Still with the Daily Graphic newspaper. Today, some stories of interest. There are interesting stories in the paper, by the way. But there's this about 3 children who died. Okay, that story is here by Mabel Akubanase in Accra. Says tragedy hits a young couple in Accra when they lost their 3 children to death through insecticide poisoning. The children, 9-month-old twin girls and their 2-year-old brother, died at Agbavana Down, a suburb of Accra, last Friday. They had ingested a deadly substance called organophosphate found in a product called top toxin, a fumigation tablet for the control of insects in stored grain, processed food and feeds, and neighbors rushed them and their parents to the 37 military hospital for medical care. The substance, also known as ALP, is used as a rodenticide, an insecticide, and a fumigant for stored cereal grains. Experts say it is used to kill small venomous mammals such as moles and rodents. And I'm wondering how the children got hold of something like this, because from all the description is certainly not for human beings. But the incident occurred after one of the parents had sprayed their home with a poisonous substance to get rid of cockroaches. And according to hospital sources, the mother of the deceased children dissolved some of the tablets and sprayed it indoors to kill cockroaches, bedbugs, and ants. Oh, God. Sources told the Daily Graphic that the bereaved parents purchased the poisonous substance based on recommendations by a friend after they had unnecessarily tried to get rid of the insects with regular sprays.
And this story started circulating, and I thought it was one of those hoax stories or those fake news we find around. Then if you look at the can, apparently it was manufactured by Shenzhen Baosheng Chemical.
So that's like a Chinese product.
Yeah, and it's distributed by Kumak Trading Enterprise.
Yeah, but what's the problem? Is the problem, you know,
that it's wrong?
Yeah, I mean, well, like,
I think that is just wrong application, because I don't know whether it's more for industrial use than domestic use.
Okay, but so why are we going back to the distributor and the manufacturer?
Well, I don't know. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I get it, but I get a sense that, I don't know, unless you know exactly who is to blame. And I know social media can take things and run with it.
And you know, they've put on the label, it's well labeled, danger. And you know that sign for danger, that icon is there. It's a poison, danger, poisonous. So they said restricted, guarantee aluminum phosphate, keep out of reach of children. You know, so I don't know where they bought it. So it's got to do either with the distribution, maybe where they bought it, or somebody maybe wrongly advised them to use it. And I don't know. I don't know. And even because the normal sprays that we use for mosquitoes and all that, I think it's even uncomfortable for you to use and still stay in it. So I kept wondering.
No, but if you read further, the story says that the mother, after using it, she stayed away for 6 hours, but I guess it still didn't do the work. Or, I mean, it still had an effect on human beings, because if it's not supposed to be used for indoor places, or even in a place where human beings live, then you can understand. But this is absolutely a tragedy. Full stories on page 16. You can read for better understanding. And I guess for people who, all of us, anybody could recommend anything to you, and you forget about what is on the label and you begin to apply it, it will be good for every person to read the story on page 16 in the Daily Graphic newspaper, so we can all duly advise ourselves. I mean, it's sad that this ended this way. It shouldn't happen, really. Center spread of the Daily Graphic, there's a special feature on growing Okada business. Time to act is now. It sounds like a deja vu, like we've been here before. I've seen a similar story like a year, 2 years. And this is it. It's in the center spread of the Daily Graphic newspaper. But let's see what's on the back page. Razak secures points for Hearts finally. Oh, my God. Finally, but still not very good, because it was a 1-1 draw. Benedict will be here with sports and to give us a lot more details with this particular Hearts Bichem United game. Kotoko spell misery for all stars. Police ladies, Pepsi Lions. Okay, these are some of the sports headlines on the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. So Kotoko is going up steadily. They are on 4th now, but Hearts steadily also dropping. Really, really sad. You can count them from the bottom, really. They are like 5th from the ground. All right, Benedict will be here to give us the proper table as it is with our local league. But that's it for the Daily Graphic newspaper, Roland.
All right, so let's move on. I just got a message. Derek Okwasam is informing me that one of his ardent followers on one of his pages on WhatsApp, Tuareg Amadou, is saying that the number 998 cannot be permed.
Oh, it cannot. So you gave me wrong filler, Roland.
So strictly in the sense, so they said the lotto numbers end at 90, so it cannot be permed.
Oh, okay.
So
you spent a lot of times at the national lotteries, but you didn't know this one.
Yeah, I'm surprised. So it means that we've even gone beyond permeable state. Okay,
It means that he has tried it. He has tried it. Tuareg.
Yeah, Amadou Tuareg, you are guilty. You tried it. So you, or either you are good at staking lotto or something.
But thank you.
Daily Guide has on the front page. Nanes 998 staff fake, according to Mark Menu. So this is a story. It says President Akufo-Addo has asked Ghanaians to ignore news that seek to suggest that he is superintending over bloated staff at the Jubilee House, the seat of government. The president said he was bequeathed with 706 public and civil servants, and that he had added only 298 personnel to run his administration. Okay, so the story continues on and on. It goes there. So you just have to grab a copy of the Daily Guide. Eurogate sued over breach of contract. In Eurogate, we're told the Egyptian company executed a number of health facility projects in the country. Eurogate, the Invest, has been sued by Hanisa Forefront, a construction firm and its subsidiary company, for illegally terminating a contract between them. And then we also have TS and Joy at the MPP regional polls. That's the Greater Accra regional polls. The Greater Accra has a section or chapter of the MPP. They have a new chairman in the person of Divine Otuagohom. And we have a number of personalities also winning. So the Daily Guide brings you details from elections and the winners from the Ashanti region, the Western region, and they continue on page 10 of the paper. Now we have Badmin Storm CID headquarters over double salary. And this issue just won't go away, would it? All right, so let's go to the center spread. There's a news one pull out. So we have the story. My friends thought I was a gay. My friends thought I was a gay. Prince David Osei, actor Prince David Osei has opened up about his sexual life and said he had to break his
But he's
virginity
married.
in 2007 to prove he's not gay. The reason he said was that his friends thought he was gay. He therefore decided to have sex with his girlfriend, who is now his wife. He met her at the University of Ghana in 2003, waited till 2007 to break his virginity with her, and got engaged in 2011. That's a good one.
Yeah, but what kind of excuse is that? Because people say that you're gay, to prove that you're not, you go and sleep with someone.
Yeah.
Are you doing it for yourself or you're doing it for the people?
Well,
I don't know. I don't think that's
well, you know,
I don't know. You have to be confident in yourself. I mean, if people say you are and you're not, I mean, what do you say? You want to prove to them by going to sleep with someone?
But even there are people, sometimes they get excessive pressure from friends. And it depends on the company in which you're in. You could either be married or unmarried, but because maybe your friends or even ladies, you know, they throw themselves at you, and your friends see that you don't react in the normal way that guys would take advantage.
So you want to do it so people would say that you are a normal guy. I mean, what kind of thing is that?
No, but it's excessive pressure.
I don't get it.
Hey.
That because I throw myself
it's not easy.
at you, Roland. So yeah, then what?
Then if I don't take advantage of you,
people say that you're weak.
people will say that.
People say that you
So
can't bite.
Roland, you're a gay.
Oh, Charlie.
I
don't know.
I have experienced that too, so I'm telling you.
So
from
you
experience.
had to do it.
No, I didn't do it. But I'm saying that at the end of the day, people can find themselves in that position and will take that recourse or action. Okay. I'm not saying that it is right or wrong. I'm only telling you what the reality is.
I'm beginning to understand where you're coming from with this. So maybe I want to encourage people that be yourself. I mean, it doesn't matter what somebody says about
maybe that's
you.
the motivation. Be yourself. Yeah, I think so. But the pressure is there. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Wow.
is. It's real.
I think it's a form of temptation. It's somebody who's tempting you who would say if you don't do it, then it means you are this.
Well, I know it's peer pressure is around, so that one you can, you can.
May we not be peer pressured?
Oh, but right now, so what? Right now, you are on pension, so you're on pension. You don't fall in that category.
Who is on pension? Are you talking to me right now?
No, in terms
are you talking about me right now?
No, in terms of you being in a position to take that decision. You're on pension on that.
Oh, nobody is.
Because you're married.
I tell you what, nobody is.
Oh, okay.
Nobody is. Things come up every day.
You see? So you're also admitting that pressure day.
No,
yeah.
Admitted pressure day, but I'm just talking about this kind of pressure with this kind of posturing. I don't get to that.
You don't just on side.
So you do it to prove that you're not gay. That's just what I'm saying. Like I'm just saying
that you have to stand your ground.
Like you do it to prove that you're not married, or you do it to prove that you're married. Something like that doesn't make sense. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But of course, if you're in the midst of it, it will make a lot of sense to you. Somebody's saying that you haven't experienced it, that's why you're saying that. So that's the point where I'm coming from. Yeah. You're through?
Yeah, I have Okreku maintain trouble over Bella Mundi. It's also there.
Oh. I like Bella. Okreku is my guy.
And this is what they said. Okreku Mante has received a lot of bashing over comments that Bella Mundi was not a suitable MC for the 2018 edition of the Ghana Music Awards. And you were speaking on Joy FM's Rhythm A to Z. Was Austin Powers
It's not exactly called Rhythms A to Z, Roland. Check the name again.
Okay. It's called Joy FM's Showbiz A to Z. Okay. We have Austin Powers, actor Vane Troyer, dies at 49. Oh, chai. He was part of the Harry Potter film. May so rest in peace. Okay, we have Sam Ajete not dead, and there's been this rumor on social media that he was dead. We're told that he was not dead. 65 years or 64 years or so. So basically, those will be the stories.
Let's follow that up with the Finder newspaper. Front page of the Finder: MPs, ministers accused of receiving double salaries. CID probes ex gratia payments. NPA exonerates Joel Energy. Bank of Ghana promoting big banks over medium banks, according to Bright Simmons. I'd rather have a reckless media than a sycophantic one, according to our president. Minister, 10 others grab doctorate degree. Okay, so there's Dr. Ibrahim Muhammad Awal receiving his certificate, but this issue about the MPs, ministers accused of receiving double salaries, On Saturday, if you watched and listened to Newsfile, then you would have heard Kwekubako make a call that he thinks the CID should be giving us some kind of briefings regularly for us to know what's happening. And I think that many more people will have to be on the case so the CID will tell us something. It's better than us asking those ministers or MPs who appear before the CID to give us their side. I mean, it's become just one way. Everybody is saying their side of the story. It will be good for the CID to brief us and tell us what's going on in the absence of any, independent body saying anything. I'm kind of tired of hearing the same thing. Those either in government or those in parliament now who are on the other side will tell you a different thing, and then those who are affected will tell you a different thing. So, you're in the middle of the CID. They owe us. They should tell us something so that we know where they are coming from with this investigation. Basically, these are the stories in the final newspaper. There are many more stories if you flip the pages. Roland has got the Times.
I've got the Ghanaian Times front page. Government clears arrears 1 billion Ghana cedis. NHIS debt, President Akufo-Addo. We also have 1,398 farmers in Nadoli Kalio failed to pay back PFJ monies. What's PFJ money? So let's go there. Page 10 and see what PFJ means, basically. And maybe they may have taken some money they're supposed to pay back. That is after their earnings. And PFJ is planting for food and jobs. Now this will be interesting. We told you the farmers are in the district of Nadoli Kalio, and apparently they recorded poor recovery of the financial support government offered them to enable them to grow their farms and boost the flagship program Planting for Food and Jobs. And out of the 1,678 farmers who benefited from the program last year, only 276 paid back what they were given, a situation which had created concerns of managers of the program in the district. Okay. We're told that government has invested a lot, but Charlie, the farmers are not able to pay back. Jewu came late to rest, and now we have, I'll rather have reckless media than sycophantic one.
Oh, it's the same headline in the Daily Graphic?
I'm not sure the editorial team met together, so don't worry.
Okay, let's do the Daily Dispatch to come back and do some of your messages. Val Smith from Pando, for instance, just his messages, guys, you don't read my message of late, and that's the message. So Val Smith from Pando, I have read your message today.
Which is no message.
Exactly.
Please give us a message.
Let's do the Daily Dispatch newspaper front page. After MPP's regional elections, attention now on national executives. Delegates likely to elect Blay, Bwedu, and Edua as unified. So the three people that the Daily Dispatch is predicting that they're likely to be voted for are making the front page headline. The pictures of them. Then Arsene Wenger to leave Arsenal next month, and what a way to be exiting, except that if he's able to make the top four, I don't know if it's too late. Those of you who are better with the calculations in terms of where Arsenal is right now in the Premier League. Yesterday, it was an emphatic win. And I don't know if it's because he's leaving, but the boys kind of gave him what they are supposed to be playing for him that way. But they had not been, except that they did it yesterday. I don't know. From where they are, do you think they can go to top four?
No.
But if Chelsea begins to lose and
well, that is if Chelsea begins to lose.
So we can do some calculations and some magic will happen.
Yeah, even before last week, well, Manchester City has. If Manchester United wanted to do calculations, they could still say they will win the league.
Oh, but that would mean like Man City had to lose all.
But I'm telling you, you are saying calculations. So that's why I'm telling you.
But Chelsea is capable of losing 1 or 2. How many more games to go? 3 or so? Or 5? Not sure. 4.
4, 5. Yeah.
Well, I just wish that Wenger could get them into Champions League next season before he exits. Let's do some of your messages. We'll do the last newspaper, which is the Business and Financial Times newspaper. Good morning to my friend, Mr. Frank Ameibo in Kumasi. But this one from New Love in Nkran Kwanta in BA. Thank you very much for the message that you sent to me this morning. This one says, good morning to us. Well, good morning. Is Baumia in this country? You're asking about our vice president. He should be.
Now, why is that?
I don't know. That's just the message. This one says, for Ghana to be a better place, we must change our way of life. That's coming from Alovi. And this one says, he is a father to all Muslims and non-Muslim for his good leadership. May Allah guide and protect him and grant him good health. Happy birthday to Chief Imam. It's coming from Abdul Mumin Wunam in Tamale. Oh, it's the Chief Imam's birthday. We wish him a happy birthday today. This one says, okay, Sechwafia Tamaklo from Qatar. Thank you very much. Let me have a full look. Okay, so you're kind of liking my look this morning. Well, Sechwafia, thank you very much for the message. And this one says, how far is the Ghana and U.S. military agreement deal? And again, it's Koko Anyidoho Bruhaha settled finally. Matters rising in Ghana is like hot water. Passage of air on it cools it like nothing has happened. Good morning. It's from Morris in Akosombo. Morris, you're a Ghanaian proper and you live in Ghana. You know how it is. Yeah, that's just how the issues rise and then they cool down. For Koko is still, I mean, where it ended is where it ended. The police, CID, they haven't said anything more.
So not that we know publicly.
No, exactly. So that's where. As for the Ghana-US military thing, maybe the MPs will have to get back to Parliament for us to see if there's anything more. There are demonstrations happening. The last one was in Tamale.
There's nothing.
No, the last
unless the president says that.
No, I'm saying that the last demonstration was in Tamale. So, in terms of,
it's been held.
Yes.
Oh.
It was in Tamale. Yeah. This one says, good morning to us. Kudos to you guys. Well, thank you. From Dinah Apia Kuma in Kumasi. See, when I can't read the messages, it means that Charlie, you're making my head bigger than it is, or it should be. So thank you very much, Dinah, for the lovely message. This one says some of us are not able to follow the breakfast show, because a lot of time talking about football and other unnecessary issues. Before we begin, are you talking about us? I think you're watching something else. Richard from Sandema. We start our show with the news, and we follow it up with the newspaper headlines. So you should stick to us. This one says, ask Ghana National Fire Service when the screening would take off. Okay. This one says, still God is love. Oh, this message is not opening. Okay, here we are. Still God is love, and Justa Motors monies has not been paid as of now. Ebenezer and Domo. Ebenezer, I think you send this message almost like every day on the show asking about this. Doe in Georgia says the Okada business has been politricked in the name of employment, so it will be difficult curbing it now. This reaction is coming from the feature in the center spread of the Daily Graphic newspaper. This one says, Mr. President, can you please give us the list of staffers you inherited? I learned there are more names hidden, especially at the senior minister's office. Ghana, my happy home. That's coming from Nanaba from Achim Kwabeng, sending this message this morning to us. This one says, tell Sero he's looking mwah. Okay, Roland, that's it. So Val Smith from Pando. That's finally the message has landed. Okay, this
okay. He's the one who sent the message. Yeah. He says you don't read my messages.
Yeah. Mohammed Al Hassan in Bokatanga, you've sent quite a long one. I want to find out whether the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association still exists as a professional body. As incorporated, you give us the background, please. When you send us a message, just go straight to the point so we'll be able to share. A very last one, then we do the Business and Financial Times, and then we quickly go online to check out what's online. This one says the 998 appointees is like 1 million every constituency. It said, Roland, go play 09. Somebody's giving you the proper PEMD numbers, Roland. 090889 Lotto.
Okay.
Article.
So it's spammable
article in Volta region. Thank you very much. The Business and Financial Times newspaper.
Somebody has disputed your claim.
Glow Partners. So this is the front page of the Business and Financial Times. Glow Partners, GT Bank for convenient airtime purchase. The undisclosed meter job. VCTF can do better for SMEs. So yeah, basically, this is what is on the front page of the Business and Financial Times newspaper now. Let's do online. Let's start from home.
Yeah.
myjoyonline.com.
Well, as we're prepared to bring you that, Mama V will also see whether we can get one or two other messages.
We've got a lot more, actually.
Okay, so
this one says, David says, story is absurd. You'd be pushed so much. Some of us have had ladies planted in our rooms, yet one never fell to any pressure. See what I'm saying?
Who was the gentleman?
Oh, he didn't
in the room.
He didn't include his name.
Nothing happened.
This one.
Well, he should. What's his name again? He said.
No, he didn't include his name. So.
Wow.
This one simply just saying.
I know it's only Benedict also who can do that.
Yeah. Okay, this one says.
I think myself.
Oh, Big J from Agonas Radio.
Big J.
Thank you. A lot of people checking us this morning. Let's do myjoyonline.com, Roland.
Right, so we have myjoyonline.com. First story, basically says Ghana's growth continues to be strong. Nigeria moving out of recession, EcoBank reports. GES urged to tackle sexual abuse in schools, and the Coalition for the Ghana Youth Federation has apparently urged the Ghana Education Service to take steps to tackle sexual abuse in schools. I spoke to a teacher yesterday who said, anyway. So let's move on. Nation Builders Core to be launched May 1, and it's here that the Vice President says that we're going to have 1 million graduates employed. 1 million.
But do we know the number of unemployed graduates?
Well, do we? I don't know. I'm not sure.
So we've got 1 million unemployed graduates. Is that it?
No. But the target is to employ 1 million. I think that's how we have to take the argument.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure there may be more.
May 9 disaster anniversary. Children facing life-threatening ailment at CAF to get help. So Ghana will mark the 17th anniversary of the May 9 soccer disaster that claimed 126 lives at the Ohenijan Sports Stadium then after a midweek league match between Accra Hearts-of-Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. You have to click on the story and read the aftermath of that disaster, and many years on, people are still having to feel the effect of that disaster. 191 emergency access to police introduced. The Vice President has announced that the Ghana Police can now be reached on the special emergency number 191. Oh, so I said 191, 191 to address enquiries anytime, anywhere. Roland, can you start dialing 191?
Right now?
Okay, what if there's an emergency going through? Okay, but don't.
Oh,
don't.
We just asked them. We wanted to check whether it's working.
Don't.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Let's finish. Let's go through the rest of the stories real quick. Okay, we'll skip this for Benedict. Don't drag me into Buhari's gaffe. Rollins cautions. Roland is ringing. Cut the call. Let's finish off.
Hello.
NPP elections.
Hello. Good morning to you.
Trying to influence delegates.
My name is Roland Walker. We're on a show on JoyNews TV. It's called the AM Show. We just read on myjoyonline.com that we can call 191. So we wanted to check whether it's true.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm Albert.
Albert. So you're a policeman, aren't you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so this one
Roland,
works 24/7.
There's an emergency coming through.
Anytime you call, the policeman is here to attend to you.
Fantastic. We like you.
Roland.
We like the Ghana Police Service for this.
Roland, cut the call.
Okay, we're cutting the call. Bye-bye. Enjoy the morning.
So that's Roland calling 191 on the back of what the Vice President said. We tested it. It works. Your number is a Vodafone number. And you just dialed it. You didn't have to dial any other thing.
It's
okay.
free. Yeah.
Please, we're not asking you to call the emergency numbers for emergency only. Only when you have emergency, you can call the 191. Not testing. We've already tested for you.
Yeah. Don't go testing, please.
Okay, where are we now? Okay, we're still on myjoyonline.com. Gay rights, UK Prime Minister insulted Ghanaians. Pentecost chair, the chairman of the Church of Pentecost, has expressed outrage at recent comments made by British Prime Minister concerning the legalization of homosexuality in Ghana.
Oh, she only said she will help us so that we streamline our laws.
Yeah, but
what's wrong with that?
No, we're a sovereign nation. But you see, that's the thing. When you go there asking for help, that's when they can have the guts to tell you what they just told you.
We're living beyond it. Ghana beyond.
We have a parliament. We have a functioning parliament. We've never asked for help in drafting our laws. Hello? We have a parliament. Okay. We don't need the UK to help us with any kind of law.
Are we still taking loans from the Bretton Woods institutions?
Are we even taking loans? We are begging. You know.
No, but Ghana is beyond it, though.
Why is the UK taking just this issue and wanting to help us, you know, with laws? We have a parliament. We're a sovereign nation, for crying out loud. And we're matured enough. We know what we want to do and when we want to do what we want to do. Nobody should give us any pressure like you're doing right now.
Well, read some messages. So
let me just read this because, you know, you reminded me that you posted this on the 20th. Gabby from Tema. At the time, your message was, I disagree with the Interior Minister on the police issue, with the way they handle people. Why? Are they drunk when people are doing or asked to push crowd? Please come again. And yeah, we all remember very well what the Interior Minister said, that I think it will be a conversation that we'll have another day, and then we can play back that. We've got many of your messages. We have to come back and do that. Right now, though, we have to run, right? That's it.
Yeah, that's it. We have to invite Benedict also here with the latest sports stories.
Okay, let's see. Please tell your newspaper editor there's nothing like a gay. It should be my friends thought I was gay, not my friends thought I was a gay. MSF Nabe in Sierra Leone. Thank you very much. That's the headline as it was read out in the center spread, I think. News One pull out of the Daily Guide newspaper. But MSF Nabe in Sierra Leone. Thank you very much for the message. Thank you all for the many messages that you've sent to us. We'll make time and read the rest of it. Right now, though, we have to make way. Akwesi Dankwa and Echo are on. All the games that you missed over the weekend, they will bring it excerpts of those games right here on the show. After which, we'll sit down and have a conversation. AM Talk. Stay with us. You're watching the AM Show.